Beat Digger starting lineups brought to you by T.O. Charlie's for a great used car or truck. If you don't see what you want on the lot, they'll find it for you at T.O. Charlie's, 700 West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. Batting first for the Beat Diggers is the second baseman Gregory Maris. Jesus Cardenas, the pitcher, bats second. The center fielder Christian Baez hits third. Left fielder Shea Hansen's the cleanup hitter. Colby Waiter at the shortstop hits fifth. The third baseman Mitch Tormolen bats sixth. Ken Garcia bats seventh. He plays first. The right fielder Coyote Cohen hits eighth. And Trevor Blake, the catcher, hits ninth. Platte Valley defensively has Brandon Gehring at first. The second baseman is Mario Trujillo. Over at third is Junior Gonzalez. In between him at short is Cameron Maxey. In left field is Josh Martinez. The Platte Valley center fielder is Jordan Dunn. In right is Brandon Richardson. Behind the plate is Jake Neibauer. And right-hander Kyle Gardner is on the mound against a Beat Digger team that is going for their 9th win of the year. And they're 6th in league play. They're 5-2 right now. They're in third place behind Valley. And, of course, Eaton has ruled the league for years. Wind and pitch. Fastball is up and in. Maris had to back out of the way. And it's 1-0. Gardner looks in, the offering. Swing and a miss. Looked off speed. The count is at 1-1. Now, getting base runners on has not been a problem for Brush. It's driving them in. The Beat Diggers have been awful lately. The pitch, breaking ball's fouled up the third base side. They have stranded 53 base runners total in the last 5 games. That's nearly an average of 11. And they're 3-2 in those 5 games. So they got to drive in runners when they're on. They stranded 14, even though they beat Meade 11-3 on Tuesday. 1-2. Swung on and lined, and that's into left field beyond the diving shortstop Maxey for a base hit. And that's the way the bottom of the first starts, with Gregory Maris lining a single into left. And that'll bring up Jesus Cardenas, a very valuable second-place hitter for the Beat Diggers. He's had a couple of multi-hit games. And he's got a lot of speed like Gregory Maris at first, who's got about a 2-step lead. Step off, no throw by Gardner. Huge gap in right center, and we know that Jesus has gone that way this season. Platte Valley leads 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Runner does not go, and the fastball's up and in. Maris bluffed over there. It's 1-0. At 1305 Edison Street in Brush, your local Napa Auto Parts store is CNC Auto Parts. That's CNC Auto Parts. 1 ball, no strikes. And a pitch. And that fastball went behind him. 2-0 to Jesus. In the bottom of the first inning, the Beat Diggers playing their 15th game of the year. They've got Valley tomorrow. Once again, that is tomorrow, not Saturday, at 4 o'clock. And that drops in for a strike. Took a ton off that pitch. It's 2-1. Then on Tuesday, it's their final home regular season game of the year against Weld Central. And then a doubleheader Thursday, the league game at Berthoud at 4 o'clock, then the non-league at 6. The pitch. Fastball is, again, over his helmet, 3-1. And Gardner looking to establish control in the bottom of the first. A nice crowd has turned out for Platte Valley, with the Beat Diggers trailing 1-0. Short lead for Maris at first. Pitch to Cardenas. And that one's, again, up and in. A 5-pitch walk. And the Beat Diggers have 2 on, nobody out for Christian Baez. Who had a big double that eventually led to a run against Meade in the first inning. Dylan Acosta will run for Jesus Cardenas, and that's speed for speed, but since Jesus is on the mound, they want to preserve his legs. It is a warm day today. I mean, warm for late April. We're in the 70s. Tomorrow the weather should be nice as well, but Saturday the high is only about 50, which is why the game has been moved up a day against Valley. Maris at second, Acosta at first. 1-0 Platte Valley in the bottom of the first inning. Neibauer lays down the sign. And the pitch. And the breaking ball drops in for a strike at the knees. It's 0-1 to the right-handed hitting center fielder Christian Baez. Beat Diggers have scored a total of 20 runs in the last 2 games, but again, they have stranded 24. That ratio is not favorable. Breaking ball is lined foul off to the right over the batting cage on the first base side. It's 0-2. Platte Valley scored their run on a wild pitch. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. Nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. Neibauer lays down the sign. It's Tobias. And a changeup is just low. Good eye. Boy, that was close. 1-2 to the Beet-Digger center fielder. Yeah, the Beet-Diggers on the verge of another double-digit winning season. That's Brush baseball. Even though they've got thin numbers this year, they're not thin on talent, that's for sure. They're very thick on that. Huge gap in right center. Gardner looks back. The pitch swung on, fouled off on a slow curve off to the right. And because of Gardner's stuff, doesn't look like he'll wear down despite a heavy pitch count already. More than likely, he would only be taken out if the Beet-Diggers can hit him hard. Maris began the inning with a single. Jesus Cardenas walked. And the 1-2. And that is low with a changeup. Again, very close, but Valles has got one of the best eyes on the team. 2-2 to Christian Valles. Shea Hansen, who had a monster game against Meade on Tuesday, is on deck. Runners take their leads. 2-2. Curveball is grounded foul up the third base side. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat to Christian Valles. Yeah, this is easily, I don't even know if there's a comparable day. Maybe the game against Eaton, the first Saturday of this month, which would have been the 7th. That was a very nice day. This day's even nicer. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A long at-bat here for Valles. Neibauer again lays down the fingers, the pitch, and the breaking ball is inside. And Valles is reading this pitcher perfectly. Interesting to see here if the Beet-Diggers will take off with nobody out and speed on the bases. Maris at second, and at first is Acosta. 3-2, the stretch by Kyle Gardner. Runner stay. Curveball is grounded, just foul up the third base side. He's just waiting on that curveball. Yeah, Gardner's not going to blow you away with a fastball. He's going to do it with off-speed pitches. That's the way he'll get you out. 3-2 to Christian Valles. Platte Valley leads 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. In a game that started just a few minutes after 4 o'clock. And the 3-2 offering. Swung on in line to right field. That is a base hit very sharply. Maris is going to round third. The throw towards the plate is going to be cut off. Advancing to third is Acosta. It's an RBI single for Christian Valles. And the Beet-Diggers have tied the Platte Valley Broncos at 1 in the bottom of the first inning. Here is Shea Hansen. Drilled an RBI double against Meade in the first inning. And 3 hits in his first 3 at-bats. He was on base, I believe, every time as he just destroyed the ball on Tuesday at Longmont. Perfect cleanup hitter. The offering. And the breaking ball drops in for a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. We know Hansen has home run power. He's hit a few gaps this year, but he'd like to hit one right now. Acosta at third, Valles at first. 0-1. Breaking ball is grounded to third, and it's off of Gonzalez. Might have got him up around the chest into foul territory. He's laboring out there, scoring as Acosta, and advancing to second is Valles. The Beet-Diggers lead 2-1, but the concern right now is for Junior Gonzalez, the Platte Valley third baseman. I think that ball jumped and got him somewhere, the upper chest or the face. He is laboring right now at third base. And even Shea Hansen, who hit that ball, is walking over there to see how Gonzalez is doing. I'm going to just give him a straight-up hit. Ball was hit sharply and looked like it did not take a friendly hop at all, at least from this vantage point. So an RBI for Hansen. Beet-Diggers lead 2-1, but let's hope Junior Gonzalez is okay. That ball was smoked on the ground. Now remaining at second is Valles. He's just looking over there. And we might have a third baseman coming in for Platte Valley. Tanner Moser is making his way onto the field, but let's see if he'll replace Gonzalez. who's bent over at the waist as the umpires are out there and several Platte Valley Broncos. In fact, virtually the entire infield and outfield is out there. Yeah, I believe he's probably bleeding. It's hard to see from this vantage point. I'm well over 100 feet away. But they're bringing out some sort of either tissue or light rag. And I think that ball got him probably up around the face. So Brush has a 2-1 lead. Colby Waiter will step in. And the question is, will Junior Gonzalez remain in the game for Platte Valley? Yeah, he's putting that somewhere over the right side of his face. And that's the thing, that ball was hit right at him. But in this game, the hop, especially when the ball hits the lip of the grass, can be rough, and you've got to read it. And even by reading it, which I think Gonzalez did a pretty good job of, I mean, he did take it in the chops. Very tough to make that play. And, yeah, Gonzalez is going to leave the game. It's just too bad. One of their better players. And let's see if Tanner Moser now is the new third baseman for Platte Valley. Yeah, he's got covering over his mouth. He might have even broken something. He'll have to head to probably East Morgan County Hospital here in Brush. And the game will resume with Bias at second, Hanson at first. The Bee Diggers leading 2-1. And Junior Gonzalez out of the game, and unfortunately for him, out of the field. He's going to receive some medical treatment. Well, let's take a break, and we'll come back with the Bee Diggers leading Platte Valley 2-1 in the bottom of the first inning on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.